I am Naor, in case you don't know yet. Uh, I'm not really 90 years old. I just bore the name, the title, my early years from Churchill's autobiography. It's a great book, you can read it. So every time I ask any of you about how Toastmaster is helping, I was looking for the word confidence, and the story I'm about to tell you will illustrate why. When I was 8 years old, I flew with my family to Paris, and I was with my parents. My brother, he was 1 year old, and his nanny. And the first destination was Disney, Euro Disney. I was there, the first time I was there, I was 4 years old, so I was really excited to go back and be there again. And after I enjoyed it, it was my parents' turn, so we drove to Paris, and we stayed in a hotel, my parents in one room, and me and my brother in another one. And then one night, my parents went out of the room, and there was a short circuit, and fire broke out in the room. So the nanny took my brother out of the room, and the door was closed, and because of the short circuit, there's no electricity, so she couldn't get back inside with the key card. So I stayed locked in the room with the fire, and then I inhaled smoke and was in the coma for 2 months, in a clinical death too, and the doctor said that if I wake up, the best case scenario, I will be invalid for all of my life. And then I was on a wheelchair for 8 months, and after 1 year of rehabilitation, I got back to school, to my class, and before, forgot to tell, I was the most popular kid in class, and I was the best football player. After I came back, I had a social shock because many friends of mine started to stay away, and I didn't understand why, because I thought it's going to be the same as I left. So I think that was the moment that my confidence started to decline, and since then I'm doing everything I do in my life involves developing confidence. Some examples: I volunteered to the army because I wanted to be a commander, and I didn't succeed, but I joined public speaking course, and the first speech that I gave was 5 minutes long, and I was terrified. My voice was trembled, and every part in my body just wanted to run out of the room. The next speech was 10 minutes long, and it was a little bit better. Then I wanted to have some extra time on the stage, so I asked the instructor to let me speak in front of all the course and tell them my story. And I did it, and the last speech, 20 minutes long with a PowerPoint presentation, was better. I was the first one to jump on the stage, and I did it with passion and enthusiasm. After I finished the army, I started to work in Greenpeace, and I'm now in my 5th job in this kind of job, to convince people to buy stuff they don't really need. And I owe my speaking skill to these jobs because it helped me a lot with too many conversations after I finished the army. And then 1 year ago, I flew to live in some cities. I spent the first month in London, second month in Vancouver, and third month in Toronto. So my main goal was to live alone and be responsible for myself and independent. But on the way, I joined the English schools to improve my English, and I used the skills that I learned from the schools, from the jobs, to speak with a lot of people And in my opinion, I improved the most from more than any other student there because I spoke a lot. And one last point, when 8 years ago I watched a YouTube video of someone I liked, and then I realized that it is very common that people who are successful know how to speak in front of an audience. So I understood that I'm going to do that, and that's why I'm here.